Hello everybody, my name is Charles Bennett. I'm speaking to you from Promise Training. I want to introduce to you today two very exciting workshops, the Customer Experience Professional and Customer Experience Masters workshop. You may find yourself as an organisation or a person working in an organisation in potentially two scenarios. Firstly, you may find you are looking at the whole customer agenda for the first time. What's going to be the impact on this agenda? And you may be thinking about where do you start? What sorts of approaches do you need to put in place? Because the issue is, if you follow your traditional service excellence approaches, you may follow approaches that perhaps you've learned previously. People in the process world, for example, follow Lean Six Sigma. I'm personally a Lean Six Sigma Master Black, but I can tell you now that the thinking and techniques that I have that are applied to the customer agenda are very different to these typical service excellence approaches that are already out there. Secondly, you may also find yourself where you've already started. You may have done some basic data collection, we call that voice of customer. You may have engaged with collecting some aspects around the customer process. We refer to that as customer journey. And you may have then gone away and tried to apply that back into the organisation. But then found, despite everything you've heard and everything being promised, you've not been necessarily gaining the impact that you first thought you were going to go and get. Fortunately, this workshop will cover you for both scenarios. Let me tell you a little bit about what's going in this very, very exciting workshop. First and foremost, we're getting into the realms of next practice. We're going beyond best. Now, when we talk about best practice, think of it like this. Best practice thinking is readily available. You can find it on the internet, you can find it on the more common found training courses. If every person in every organisation adapted the same thinking, best practice thinking methods in very much the same way, how would we steer a march in our competition? Answer is, you can't. What we get into is next practice thinking that is proven but less well known. And here's how we apply it back into the workshop, and this is in terms of what you'll go away and learn. Number one, we'll basically look at the whole customer experience marketplace. I will dispel some of the myths that are actually out there, and there are plenty. We'll start looking at the whole definition of a customer agenda and what it means is when we start moving to next practice. And you will see that there is a very, very, very clear difference. We will start getting into understanding customer better than the customer understands themselves. Certainly beyond the level that you'll be able to get that if you just go and collect reams and reams and reams of big data and then try and evaluate it back. There's some very, very good reasons why data will not necessarily get you to an innovative understanding of customer. That's where we'll get you with the tools and techniques that we're going to talk to you about. We'll look at aspects of strategy, we'll look back to application, we'll look at implementation, we'll talk about technology, we'll talk about the whole success measures. Effectively, what we're doing is we're taking to the concept of the customer agenda to the centre of everything an organisation does. It's new, it's very exciting, and one thing I promise you, you will not think about the customer agenda in the same way ever again.